Okay, is it recording? Yeah, it is. So, I almost thought I wasn't gonna make a Thai video. I almost thought I wasn't gonna make a Thai video. But I'm like, wow, this is a first time, right? So obviously I'm in Thailand, right? I can speak Thai. I can get around. I know how to use the apps. I know how to use Grab. I know everything about this country. Up, down, left, right. Never had a single issue in this country. Ever with any of the people here. The wonderful, beautiful people. Oh my God, I have so many friends. They're amazing. All of them. Amazing, absolutely hospitable people. I've lived among them. Like, I feel like I'm one of them. Right?ผมรักจายเป็นคนไทย But like, this is the first time, right? So what happened, right? I'm flying from Phuket to Chiang Mai because like there's no bus that you can take or taxi except one that will take like maybe like a day and a half just to get there. And oh my God, I hate the bus. I hate bus rides, bro. Like that, just to go from Bangkok to Chiang Mai took a day, and that was atrocious. That was tough. Like my neck was sore for 3 days, right? And I just recovered right now from like getting a illness, like a food poisoning, right? And I just recovered from it. Hold on. So anyways, right? Like the day before, I booked this hotel, and on the day of the booking, I get everything ready. I buy my airplane tickets. I take my suitcases because they're really heavy. I take them all the way to the I think I could walk around it. They usually don't check every person that walks by here, but if they do, I'll operate. So the happy. Don't do passport ใช่ไหม Okay ขอบคุณครับ สวัสดีครับ Interesting. Did I just talk to them earlier? I think those were the cops. I'll explain what I just said in a minute. I think those cops, I just saw them earlier. I think they're about to ask me, hey, do you have a taxi, bro? I hope the answer is, well, they didn't say anything. I think they just ignored me. But I think I just talked to them. I think they know who I am. Oh shit. That's another funny story, right? I didn't want to make a video about it, but another funny story where it's like, I'm doing what I am right now, which is walking, and I always walk. Everywhere I go, I try to avoid taxis as much as possible. I either take the bus or I just walk. Like, you've seen it in China, you've seen it in Japan. I almost never ever take a taxi. In Thailand, I do, because it's cheap. Is it recording? Yeah, it's recording, okay. In Thailand, I take the taxi because it's cheap, right? But I try to avoid it if possible. Am I gonna get run over? Oh, okay, so anyways, right? What the fuck are they doing, but they need to... Why do Thai people drive like they want to die? Like, I seriously don't get why they don't just drive safer. Anyways, like, oh yeah, so I'm walking right now, and there's no taxi in my area. This cop, he pulls up, and he's like, you go where? You go where? I'm like, oh, I'm trying to get back to my hotel. He's like, no taxi, hotel, very far. I'm like, oh, okay, I take you there, I take you there. Really nice cop, splendid person, right? All right, so he drives me to like a 7-Eleven, and then he helps me get a taxi back to the hotel. And my dumbass, the next day, I go to the same spot, and then I try to leave, and there's no taxi again. And then I'm trying to walk around, trying to find like a local taxi nearby that I can call, because I was trying to use Grab, right? So I was saying maybe I can just, phone a taxi. And then he sees me coming outside his house. He sees me, he's like, hey, you again. I'm like, oh, hi, sir, how are you? Where you go? I'm like, oh, I'm trying to find a taxi. I saw this taxi car, but the guy's asleep. He won't pick up the phone. It's like, no. no taxi, I take you to one, okay? And he takes me to some guy at the shop, and he has like a taxi there, and he agrees to take me back to my hotel a second time for like 300 baht, which is like $10. And then the third time I see this guy, I learned my lesson, right? I rented a motorcycle so I wouldn't have to use a taxi again, because I knew that I was gonna get lost again. So I'm like, you know what, this time I'll just rent a motorcycle. So I rent a motorcycle, and then I'm at the festival with my friend. I see this guy the third time. He's like, hey, you, good seeing you. You okay? You have taxi? You know how to get back? I'm like, yeah, I have a motorbike, man. Don't worry. Okay. Have a nice day. I'm like, thank you. Bro, three times in a row. That is so funny. So those were probably the police I just talked to, man. I see the same police everywhere wherever I go in Thailand. Like, I see the same officer over and over. It's so funny. It's just such a coincidence. Really, it's so funny to me. Wow. No, they're splendid. I love the police here. A lot of people, they are like, I don't trust the police. I don't like the police. I like the police in Thailand. They're good police. They work hard. They at least try to do their jobs. You know, they're not like Vietnamese or other police that just want money. They're good. They're good police. I like the Thai police. I don't know how to say police in Thai though. That's funny. Home shop, police kon Thai. Been good job. Oh my god, it's so loud here. Please. People are asleep, bro. I hate this. They do this in America, bro. They drive super loud mufflers so that nobody could sleep at night. Anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, I like the police in Thailand. They're good. They help me. I never had an issue with them. So, but that was just funny how I saw the same police over and over again. Okay, back to the story. What was I talking about? So yeah, I booked this hotel. I fly out there, right? I ship my luggage by mail to that hotel. And I get there, right? And I recorded the video. I'm gonna upload it later on Google Reviews so that everyone can see what he was doing, bro. I check in like around 11:30. 11:30, I signed the booking. I signed my passport, everything, passport copy, do everything I'm supposed to do. And then I go follow him upstairs into my room. The room is empty. Not a single person's there, right? And he's like, here's the shower, here's the bedroom, here's everything. Call me if you need me. I'm like, oh, thank you, bro. Thank you. And it's like, oh, my name is this. Oh, hey, thank you. Oh, and I just asked him, like, oh, how much is the motorbike? Because they have motorbikes for rent. Oh, scooter is like 300 baht per day. I'm like, okay, thank you. That's all I need to know. Have a nice night. Okay, thank you. Bye. Right? Like, I'm being polite to this guy. I didn't say anything rude. I'm not giving him attitude. I never give anyone attitude, right? I never try to be rude in public. Like, if we're face to face, bro, I try to be a mediator. I try to be reasonable. Always. Because that's how I was raised. I was raised to be a polite person. I'm not a nice person. I'm not a good person, but I'm a polite person. I always try to be respectful no matter what. Right? But, like, there's nobody in the room, right? So I'm walking around. I'm like, wow, it smells stuffy in here. And I'm talking in a little raised voice in an empty room, like, wake up everybody. It's a joke because there's nobody there. It's literally empty, right? I'm just being sarcastic. It's like, everybody, don't make any noise. It's nighttime. There's nobody on the floor. Not a single person there. Nobody in the hotel either. Everyone's outside, right? Okay. And 10 minutes, he shows up at like 11:40. 11:40, he shows up. It's like, sir, I heard you are making a noise. I'm like, oh, were you downstairs? Like, yeah, you were saying you don't like the hotel, you don't like the room, it's just so bad. And it's like, oh no, I didn't say that. I just said that the room was stuffy because there's no window, because there was no window in the room. That's legit what I said. It's like, oh, it's a little stuffy, it's hot, there's no window, that's why. It's okay, there's an air conditioner, it'll cool down in like 20 minutes. And he wasn't in the room, by the way, just so you know. I don't know if he was just standing outside the room, like a weird stalker or something, but he wasn't even in the room. I wasn't even talking to him. He wasn't even there. No one was there. But he comes in, he's like, you are saying you don't like the hotel. If you don't like the hotel, you can leave. I was like, bro, I didn't say I didn't like the hotel. I like the hotel, bro. He's like, no, you say you don't like the hotel, I want you to leave. I'm like, oh my God, bro. So I pull up my camera to record this crash out by this Karen, right? Who thinks I hate his hotel. Why would I book your hotel if I didn't like it? Like, I've slept in prison beds, bro. I've slept in worse than prison. I've slept in like freaking cargo container ships. I've slept on park benches. I've slept on the fucking floor. I've been homeless in other countries, bro. For, you know, not because I don't have the money. I have the money. It's just because I didn't have a hotel at the time that I arrived there. But like when I was in Japan. But he's like, no, you say you're being loud. You're disturbing the guests. I want you to leave. I'm like, bro, how am I being loud? I said, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna be loud. You can just tell me to be quiet. I'll be quiet. And he's like, no, I want you to leave. I'm like, bro, I'll be quiet, bro. Just let me have a bed to sleep on. He's like, get out. He's trying to be all tough. He's like, look at this guy. He's apologizing and begging. I'm like, I'm not begging, bro. I'm just being respectful. See, that's the thing. Some people, they mistake being respectful for being weak. But when he tries to push me, I push back. Like, I was on my toes. I'm like, I'm not leaving. You're not going to make me leave because I already paid this dumbass. I already paid this guy. Like, why are you making me leave? I already paid you. Why should I leave? You want me to leave? Give me my money. So I know this guy's just trying to kick me out because he's just like offended at anything. Like a little baby. A little baby. Oh, just a little baby. He got mad over imaginary words. I don't know what he was hallucinating, but he just got mad over imaginary words, bro. And then he says I was being too loud. Dude, there's nobody there. I asked him, who was I disturbing? Can you name one person? He's like, you're disturbing me. I don't like you. I don't want you in this hotel. I'm like, wow, really, bro? So just because I paid you and you don't like me, you can just change your mind and be like, actually, fuck you. I changed my mind. So I just straight up told him, okay, you want me to leave? Just refund me. I cannot refund you. He's like, yes, you can. You refund yourself. I'm like, no, I can't. I booked it through Agoda. Agoda has a no refund policy, bro. That's how Agoda is. They're owned by some Chinese company called Trip.com or something. They have a secondary parent company. I forgot what it's called, but they're Chinese, and the whole way they work, right, is that there's no refund. If there's no refund, there's no fucking refund. You don't get your money back. He's like, no, you do it. You call Agoda. I'm like, bro, it literally says on my phone, I can't get a refund. And he's like, I don't care. You need to leave. I'm like, no. So I start telling him, like, if you want me to leave, I need a refund. Of course I'm going to push back. Like, this guy's being a douchebag. What's his fucking deal? He wants to get butthurt, and he just wants to scam somebody who paid for a hotel room. And 10 minutes later, he changes his mind. He's like, actually, I don't want this guy to have a hotel room. That's fine. Hey, listen, it's your hotel. You have the right to kick me out. Absolutely. I agree with you. If I don't want someone in my hotel, I'd kick him out. Here's the thing, though. I signed the contract. I paid already. So you can't just say, oh, leave. No, I paid. I can't leave. I have a contract. So I go downstairs and I'm like, look. Wow, 35 minutes. Okay, we have plenty of time. Look at the paper I signed. That's proof that I already have my booking. That's the contract. You see this paper? You see this paper? And he just rips it in front of my face. Like he's some boss man. Like, oh, I ripped the contract. I'm from a movie, bro. Bro, I swear to God. He was acting like he was the toughest guy ever. He was such a clown, bro. He was just making himself look so stupid, bro. For what? Nothing. I wasn't even talking to him. I didn't say anything bad about the hotel. But good job, bro. You just changed my mind. You just changed my mind. Now I absolutely hate your hotel. You made me go from... I was going to actually book there for another 2 to 3 nights, too. But then, bro, changed my mind. He made me flip the switch, bro. It's like, good job, bro. So I'm just rage baiting him. I'm like, no, I'm not going to leave. I'm not yelling. I'm not cussing. I'm not going to argue or scream or shout. I just said, no. You want me to leave? Refund me. He's like, I'm not going to refund you. I'm like, then I'm not leaving. And then he throws my shit out, and then he pushes me out the door. He just shoves me out the door, even though he took my money and shit. So I wasted my money, a taxi fare, and I had to come later and pick up my luggage when it arrives and take it back to the other hotel. All because this guy is a really insecure douchebag who gets offended over imaginary words. It's so funny, bro. Really, it's so funny because I really didn't do anything wrong. And he's just getting butthurt. He told me, hey, you're being loud. I said, I'm sorry, I'll be quiet. He's like, nope, I changed my mind. Actually, just get out. I'm like, what the fuck? Like that much? Like I said, it's his hotel. I agree with him. If he wants me to leave, I'll leave. I said I'll leave. But not until he refunds me. He refuses to refund me. This guy throws me out without giving me a refund. 10 minutes after I checked in. 10 minutes! And he says, nope. And I signed and everything. I paid, signed, got my room, and then he just throws me out. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with him? What a fucking douchebag, bro. You know? Seriously. If I got my refund, I would have been gone. I would have been like, okay, I don't even want to be here. With a hotel like that? Hell no. Like I said, I've slept in cargo, I've slept on not even a mattress, just like a piece of fabric on a metal sheet or whatever. Okay, I've slept on air beds. I've slept on the floor. I've done it all, bro. Like if there's a way to sleep, I've done it. I've slept that possible way. I slept upside down before. I've slept standing up. I slept with my eyes open. Like I don't mind where I sleep. It's not a problem of the hotel, bro. But he's the problem. I don't want to stay there. I'd rather go back to sleeping on the floor. Shit, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just walking outside. I'd rather be outside than walk outside with that guy. Oh, they're not gonna do shit. They're all barking out. Pay for it. Oh, they're just crossing the road. Hiya! That's how you deal with dogs in Thailand if they try to chase you. You gotta stand your ground a little bit. They will chase, but you don't run. If you ever deal with dogs in Thailand, you never run. What you do is you reach down like you're gonna pick up a rock and you raise your fist at them and look at that. And they immediately fuck off. That's how you deal with dogs in Thailand. They instinctually know how to react. So if you ever deal with the stray dogs in Thailand and they get a little aggressive like that, don't run, don't kick, don't shout, just pick up a rock and they'll run away. They'll run away, not you. That's all you gotta do. You just gotta stand your ground, just like how I did with that guy. So anyways, that guy kicked me out, right? Next thing I do, I call the police on him because you know what? He took my money. He owes me money. And you know what's funny? He doesn't speak Thai. I do. So of course, when the police show up, they're on my side. They're like, hey, give bro his money, find him a hotel, and then help him get out of here. I'm like, officer, you don't even need him to do that much. As long as I get my refund, I'm good. Like, I'm still being respectful, right? I'm not here to try and hurt the guy or get him in trouble. I don't want to see him arrested. I just want my fucking money back. Yeah. You give me my money and I'll leave. That's it. So eventually I message Agoda through their little customer service thingy, and then Agoda responds and they're like, okay, we'll take care of this, we're so sorry. I show him the messed up receipt. I show them the video of him and his little tantrum, his little baby anger. And then they're like, oh, we're sorry, we'll send a cancellation request. Finally, they listen. Last time they didn't do shit. It wasn't the first time that I had to fight with the owners to get my money back with the hotel, but that was the first time that was like face-to-face kind of crap, bro. Like that, like not even my fault either. Just the owner was like, get out. And he doesn't want a refund. So that's the second time, but for a much more BS reason. So BS. And this time, again, I won both times. So eventually they send the cancellation request. The guy, since the cops are here and they'll definitely arrest him if he doesn't pay up, you know, he pays. He's like, okay, I sent the booking, bro. I'm like, yeah, that's what I thought. I take my stuff and I walk off, and that's what I'm doing right now. And I got my money back. I didn't want to go through all that, honestly, but he wanted to go down that route, and I'm like, okay, you want to push? I'll push harder. We can push until one of us falls over. It's your choice, bro. I have no issue. None. He wants to go act all tough. Be tough, bro. It was all a facade. Once the police showed up, I explained everything to them in Thai. The bro didn't know how to defend himself. You know why? Because he doesn't speak Thai. He can't do anything about it. So it was his word against mine, and I won. Especially because, like I said, I didn't do nothing wrong. I wasn't being disrespectful. I didn't yell, shout. I didn't call him names. I didn't argue. I didn't make a scene. I just recorded it. I saw him act like a little baby. I sent it to the police. The police said, refund him. He refunded me, and I'm gone. It's as simple as that. I won. But I still have to go back later and pick up my luggage that I mailed to them. Like, I don't want to go there. I don't want to stay with a guy like that. That was a douchebag, bro. I've never ever had an issue with like hotels in Thailand. Ever. Like, I love this country. I love its people, bro. But that was just such a douchebag guy, bro. Really, what a little baby. And I stood my ground like I'm supposed to. I was respectful, but firm. And I won. Okay. That's what you're supposed to do. You don't try to be like those people who start screaming and shouting, "You took my fucking money. I'll beat the shit out of you. Give me my fucking money. I will knock your ass." You don't gotta act like an idiot, bro. You don't have to do that. Once someone pays you back, just move on. Don't even be angry about it. Just wait until you get back what you lost. You don't have to make a scene and get as angry as they are. And that's how I won, bro. I speak Thai. I recorded the evidence. I submitted it to police. I got my money back, and now I'm gone. I'm frustrated I lost 200 on the taxi. That sucks. Because it was a long taxi ride. And I lost my time. I have to go and pick up my luggage now. It's on someone else's property in the middle of nowhere. I'm not going to be there when it's delivered. I have to go pick it up myself now, which sucks. But hey, other than that, I got what I got, man. He didn't get his say. He lost. He wanted to take my money and run with it. No, you don't. No, you don't. Didn't have to get all angry and stuff. Didn't have to get to his level. Why would I? What do I benefit from? Yeah, man, that was something else, and that sucks because that hotel bed, that was a good hostel. But now it's not. Definitely isn't now. Definitely isn't now. I'm definitely not going to that place again. Yeah, submit my review with the video, let everybody know. Don't ever visit that hotel, bro. Yeah. Really sucks. But I mean, like, just lesson learned. Stand your ground. If someone tries to treat you unfairly, no. Speak up. Be loud about it. Well, don't be loud. Don't be angry. Don't be aggressive, but be firm. Don't let them bully you, right? If you let them bully you, you lose, and then nobody helps you. You got to stand up. If somebody tries to bully you like that, you got to stand up. That's important. It don't matter if you're short or you're skinny or whatever. You got to not let anyone bully you. Because if they can bully you once, they're going to keep doing it. Did I do anything to that guy to upset him? No, I never did shit to that guy. But he wants to be the bully. I said, no, I'm not going to let you do whatever the fuck you want. You want to act like an asshole? I'm going to call the cops. And I did. And then he shut up. He shut up quick, bro. He learned his lesson fast, bro. Ain't no reason to act like that, bro. That's his fault. definitely 100% his fault, bro. Was I maybe being a little bit loud in a room literally with nobody in it? Yeah, I was like maybe raising my voice in an empty room. Maybe I could have been a little quiet, sure. But guess what? Instead of him coming in my room and being like, hey, could you be quiet? Instead, he's like, get out. And I know why. It's not because I was loud. He made that bullshit up. It's because he said on camera, he said, oh, because you don't like the hotel. You make fun of it. What the fuck? No. When did I ever make fun of your hotel? Now I am. I'm going to make fun of the hotel because of you. You just make clown behavior, bro. I get it, bro. It's his hotel. He has the right to say, get out. That's fine. But next time, bro, before somebody ever steps foot in your hotel, you got to tell him, hey, get out. Or if they break the rules, like I said, he could have been fair. He could have said, hey, be quiet. But he's like, no, you're complaining too much. Get out. That's his reason. That's actually why he kicked me out. I recorded it on video too, so I'm not lying. He just switched reasons because he wanted to find a better excuse when the police showed up. And I asked him, it's like, you said I don't like it. What did I say? He knows I didn't say shit, but he switched his reason. I could have pressed him on it, and he didn't reply. He didn't answer the question because he knew he was lying. Imaginary words, bro. He said, oh, it smelled bad. I didn't say it smelled bad. I said there's no window. It's hot. It's stuffy. I'm not complaining. I'm not saying it's bad. I said it's okay. There's an air conditioner. And he wasn't even there. How the fuck did he hear that unless he was eavesdropping outside my door? You know, what's wrong with this guy? Why is he doing that? The fuck are you like putting your ear to people's doors for? I saw him on camera do it too. He pulled out the CCT. He's literally standing outside my door, ear to the door. And he kicks me out because, oh, I don't like it. What a baby, bro. Legit. Somebody says they don't like it and you just kick them out your property? See, he thinks it's like a restaurant where if I say the food's not good, oh, he can leave. But the thing is, bro, I could take the food with me. And most of the time in restaurants, if they say get out, they usually don't even take your money. They just say the food's free, just get out, which adds salt to the wound, bro. Because like you don't even get the right to a refund because they paid for your meal. They just want you gone. This guy didn't pay me shit. He just wanted my money. So fuck him. If you give me my money back, hey, it's all good. I'll leave. But he didn't do that. That's why I'm pissed. He doesn't like me and he wants my money. You can hate me. That's fine. Hate me. I ain't gonna control how you feel. I don't care how you feel. But you ain't taking my money. Not even a cent, bro. I will stand 10 toes on the ground until I get my money back. But I'm not gonna get angry. I'm not gonna fight you. I'm just not gonna move. I'm not gonna budge, and I'm not gonna leave you alone until I get the money back. I got it, bro. And I got it fair and square, unlike him, who probably is gonna get reported on Agoda soon for violating Agoda's terms of service for how they treat their clients. He's probably gonna get his Agoda page removed as a result of that. But you know what? I followed the rules, I got my money back, and he's gonna be in trouble. His fault. Like I said, next time swallow your temper, bro. Be like me, bro. Just be respectful. Yeah. And don't ever, ever, ever let anyone bully you, bro. Ever. Because that's how you lose, bro. Never, ever, ever let anyone bully you. Just a lesson to you guys. That's pretty much all I wanted to say. As for the rest of Thailand, bro, I love this country, bro. Like, so far, everything. This is my second time, technically. And yeah, as I said, I love everything about this country, bro. Has everything. I have very few, if any, complaints other than mosquitoes, really, really narrow and broken streets, and the heat. But other than that, no, this country's goated. Love this place. Love it, love it, love it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to talk about. Probably talked a little bit too much, but
turn left.
I don't know, man. I'm kind of running on fumes right now. But I just want to let you guys know, ain't no walk of shame, bro. I didn't walk empty-handed. I did not walk empty-handed. No, no, no. Alright, I think I'm gonna turn it off now and head to my next hotel. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.